morning and welcome to Andrew's Book Reviews. So today we are reviewing The Autumn Republic. It's the third book in the Powder Mage trilogy by Brian McClellan, a trilogy I have been thoroughly enjoying quite a bit, and I definitely think it is worth reading if you get the chance. Absolutely. So essentially our story with this volume is our beloved Field Marshal Tamis has returned to the capital city of Adro here, only to find that the city is being held by a foreign invading army for the first time in its history. But it's more than that. His son is missing. He can't tell his allies from his enemies, and he's completely surrounded and unable to trust anybody, which has put him in a very difficult position as he's trying desperately to win this war with the Kez. So while the army is divided against itself, not knowing who to trust, we have Inspector Adamant, who is drawn into an entirely new situation, a new mutiny, with the promise to save his son, who has been kidnapped and sold off to foreign slavers. And we have Tennille Two-Shot, of course, who has been hunted by men he used to call friends. And he's now the last remaining hope for their civilization and their country. We have great battles between gods and men. And we've got hostile takeovers of government throughout this series. It just really is a phenomenal and amazing series, and I am really enjoying this. And I have enjoyed it. Just a fantastic read. I do want to talk a little bit about the characters within this book, and this book series specifically. I find that I'm really liking Field Marshal Tamis. He is, in a way, a bit of a tragic character because he wanted so desperately to have a better country, a better nation, and that's why he staged a hostile military takeover and overthrew his government to begin with, in an effort to save his country from being effectively sold into slavery. But every decision he's made since that time has resulted in more bloodshed, more death, and more destruction than he ever could have possibly imagined. He's lost everybody he's ever cared about and loved. And this has become a constant theme throughout it. He's getting old and weary and tired, but finds that he has to continue the fight. He is a character who has been severely emotionally, psychologically damaged and traumatized as a result of this. And to one point where he is at the point where he is about to kill himself, shoot himself in the head, but luckily he stopped, and it really has become a kind of a tragic character and tragic role. And then we've got Tennille Two-Shot, who is the son of Field Marshal Tamis. So he's another interesting character throughout the whole series. He's kind of estranged from his father, and he finds himself thrust into this and becoming so much more than just a powder mage, like he thought he was after a battle with the gods. And so that kind of drives his character to be able to accomplish and do things far beyond the norm. But at the same time, he's being drawn into conflicts and battles and positions that he doesn't want. He's really fighting hard against that. He doesn't want it. He just wants to be left alone. And of course, we have Inspector Adamant, who wants to pack up his family and move, so to speak. He is tired of everything that he's been drawn into. His family's been put at risk. He's saved his family at great cost. His son has been taken from him and turned into something worse than death. And that's really something that hits home for him and angers him, only to find himself being drawn into the political turmoil of the country. And he doesn't want to be involved anymore, but he doesn't have a choice. So I really love how those characters play out in the book. Now, one of the things that I've really enjoyed about this whole series is they're gods. I mean, we got Kresimir in there, who's kind of one of the main roles, main gods, and I really like how the gods are vulnerable. They have their weaknesses. They're more like humans with these super enhanced magical gifts or powers, rather than all powerful, all omnipotent gods. But they have their weaknesses and they can't be killed. Though they can't be killed by mortals, they are very, very hard to kill. It's not something that's impossible. And I love how the gods themselves still are very human in their nature, their thought processes. Very, very much how you would expect people to behave and get in a position of extreme power. Like the phrase says, absolute power corrupts absolutely. So that's really an aspect that shines through in the creation of these god characters in the books. I mean, there's Mahali, who is another god. He, however, seems to be a very decent god who tries to stay out of the affairs of the people, but only gets involved where his brother and sister gods start messing around and causing problems. So that like any ultra powerful person, you're going to have the good guys and you're going to have the bad guys. So this definitely plays into that, but I think it really speaks to the ultimate corrupt nature of those with power. And something I really enjoyed about this. But it also speaks to the good intentions of those who do get involved in these things as well. And that's something I really enjoyed about the whole series, and just a wonderful series. I really did enjoy it, and I hope that you enjoy it as well. And I hope that you'll read it and enjoy it and start to pick it up if you haven't already. Definitely highly recommend it. And I absolutely love the Powder Mage trilogy, and I'll be sure to read more of Brian McClellan's works, as they are on my wish list for future reads, and I really, really highly recommend it. And definitely worth the read. So there you have it. There is the Powder Mage trilogy. If you watch this video, or go back and watch the other two, and specifically the final book, The Autumn Republic, which I guess I should explain, just it's about setting up a republic. But we'll read the book, get into the details of that, and kind of learn how all that works out. I don't want to spoil it or give away too many secrets, so definitely pick up the book and check it out. And as for my next read will be the beloved classic, The Princess Bride. I mean, I've seen the movie, everyone loves that, and I thought to myself, maybe I should actually read the book. So stay tuned, check that out when it comes out, and as always, like and comment below. Don't forget to subscribe, or patreon.com/ShrewsBookReviews if you want to support this. I'd love to be able to have some revenue to get advertising out for the channel and promote it more, so definitely check that out. And of course, facebook.com/ShrewsBookReviews or andrewsbookreviews.wordpress.com. As always, links will be in the description below. And again, I want to thank you so much for watching my video today, and I hope that you enjoyed. Thanks, and have a great day.